What's up, vlog? Back from a road trip last night. Getting up today, I'm going to La Rochelle to see my boy Travis play in his first game in France, and this girl is not going to make it with me. Kind of sad about it, kind of pissed about it, but she's embarking on new endeavors. She's getting her hustle on, so gotta respect the hustle and the grind. I'm finna go to Rochelle. I think it's like a 3-hour drive, but it's worth it. See my boy play. You know, he's been grinding, been working hard. I just want to support him, make sure that he's still on top of his game. So we finna take off and head to La Rochelle. Let's go. What's up, family? I'm back from La Rochelle. Definitely need a big time haircut, man. I'm struggling right now, but hey, that's what we gotta do when you're over here. But went to go see my boy Travis play. Very good game for him. Excited to see him getting back in the flow of things because he's been out of basketball since August or September, I think, when he was previously on our team. But we decided to let him go because well, not gonna get into because of the reason, but we decided to let him go. So he'd been in Houston just grinding and just training and just preparing himself for whenever he get another job. And he got that job in La Rochelle, France. And first game back, he had 20-something points. He was like 4 for 5 from the three-point line. So I'm very excited for him, man. Very excited to see him. And it just was something that inspired me to make this video, entitled it Preparing Like You're Already There. Because if Travis would have went home and got cut and just, not worked as hard, he wouldn't have been prepared. He had to prepare like he was already on the team. So he had to use the same method we was doing while he was on our team in Blue Eye. He has to use those same practicing principles so that he can be prepared to go on another French team or another European team. He got a taste of it, so he had to make sure that he was in the gym faithfully like he was already on the team. And his body looked like he's in great shape. His shot had looked good. All his moves had looked crisp. So that just shows me that he's been in the gym. And I'm very excited for him, man. He's a young player with a very bright future. He's like my little brother, and I'm going to support him no matter what. So I wanted to focus on preparing like you're already there. That's something that I've been big on. It's like when I was in high school, I knew at some point people would have said that Tyron came out of nowhere. I didn't come out of nowhere. I prepared like I was a starter since I was a young boy. I just wasn't given opportunity. I wasn't given chances. And when you come from a small community, you can't just impress coaches. You gotta have a couple of factors. You gotta have the cool factor. You gotta have the family ties. You gotta have some coaches have favoritism in small communities. That's just a fact. So I had all three of those things going against me. I was the kid that went to a school that was in another community. So I went to school like 30 minutes down the road. I didn't go to school in the community that I lived in. So a lot of those little small things I needed to be noticed as an athlete was overlooked. That's from the jump. So initially, I didn't get the respect. I wasn't a kid that got picked on. I wasn't a kid that was popular, but I definitely wasn't the lame either. So at the end of the day, I had to fight all of those things. And so many people were surprised when I was a junior and the team went to the championship. I was one of the main players on the team because they're like, Tyron came out of nowhere. And I'm like, no. If you would have came to my backyard, you would have seen how nice I was. If you would have came to the playground in the community that I grew up playing on, when I played against the older guys, you would have seen how nice I was. But nobody could have seen that because no one really took me serious. It's the same thing in college. Tyron came out of nowhere. No. Tyron was grinding for 3 years because Tyron wasn't given opportunities. I went to college with 9 freshmen, and I was the least recruited out of all of them. I got like a deal at the end because someone pulled out. I initially committed to Nicholls State. And the guy that I was behind was, in their eyes, 10 times better than me. and everyone else, if they were playing guys out of position before me. But once again, I wasn't heavily recruited. The coach that recruited me got fired, and I was just there. I was just a player on the roster with a scholarship. So my senior year, a couple of guys got injured. The spot was wide open, and everyone was like, Tyron came out of nowhere. No, Tyron been working like he was a starter since my freshman year. I didn't really go out. I didn't really have that many friends. I didn't live a college lifestyle. I knew I wanted to be a pro at something. So I always prepared myself like I was a starter and I was going to be an All-American. And that's what happened. Now it's the same thing as a pro. I've had a very solid career, no complaints. But now my career is on the back end. Once you hit 30, you're on the back end of your career. So now I'm preparing like I'm about to be a coach because that's what I want to do in the next phase of my life. We had a game the night before I went to La Rochelle to go see Travis play, and I was tired. We won by the buzzer. It was a very intense game. They had a good defensive scheme on me. I was kind of beat up, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go no matter what. I'm going to support my little bro. But that's just like me if I was a coach, and I had to get up and go recruiting the next day after an intense game. Now my body won't feel it as much, but mentally as a coach, you still can have that mental fatigue. But no matter what, I made that commitment. I had to go see this player that I was interested in. I'm preparing myself like I'm a recruiter already. So whenever it's time for me to recruit, these little problems, these little issues, not problems, these little issues, I'm already prepared for because I've been doing it for the last 3-4 years. Whenever I know somebody's in town, I'm going to see them play. I'm going to take that road trip. I'm going to take that train because I know whenever I become a coach, this is something that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to mentor that player. I'm going to mentor that guy that might be young and might look at my career and might be inspired by it. I'm going to take the time to speak to them because that's all coaching is about, mentoring and being a leader. So I'm just going to do those things right now. While I'm going to look at my teammates like my players for the future. I'm going to work hard so that they can follow my lead. I'm going to give them advice so that they don't be led down the wrong path. I'm going to give them advice so that they can make their game easier and help understand who they are. Because that's all coaching is, and that's all being a good team is. Whenever guys understand who they are and they fill their roles. So it's my job now, as I see it, it's not a real job, but that's how I take it. Like, I'm already coaching. But at the same time, I got to respect my coach. And I'm showing the ultimate respect to my coach. People see me playing well and seeing them having a great season, but one of the best things I'm doing is I'm listening. I'm trusting. I'm trusting my coach. I'm trusting my teammates. I'm listening to my coach and I'm listening to my teammates. So I'm giving them the same power I'm giving my teammates the same power as I give my coach. And in turn, everyone gets better. No one is emotionally stressed on this team. No one is getting in their feelings whenever someone critiques them because we have that open relationship. And now whenever I start coaching, I know how to be better prepared. This is all stepping stones. This is all going to make me better as a coach because I wanted to be one of the best players. My career is kind of crazy. Long story. But I still got an opportunity to be one of the best coaches to ever live. So I'm taking that just as serious as I did as a player. So prepare like you're already there. That's something I wanted to get through in this vlog. I'm going to try to start doing more of the daily vlogs and get you guys involved with the daily activities of Tyron Johnson. But please like and subscribe, share this video. If you need any online training programs, the link is down in the description. You can go to tyronjohnson.com/training. You want to hear my podcast, you can go to the same thing. The link is down below. But everything is on tyronjohnson.com. We got the Truth shirts, we got the podcast, we got the online training, and you guys can just get involved in the community and just see what's going on with me on tyronjohnson.com. Thanks again. I'm out.